long I can stand having my hair down before I put it up again. Yay! Everyone's favorite game. That could be like a drinking game that our friends play. Like, you take a bet and see how long it is before I put my hair back up again. Because I always pull it down.
Yeah, it's never down for very long.
Well, we live in Florida,
and it also weighs about 73 pounds.
It's not the weight. It's not the weight. It's
the humidity.
It's not that bad when it's not that bad when it's dry. When it's wet, it weighs a ton. I can barely lift my head up. Like, Doug has to help me. But the
I'm Doug.
Doug. Oh yeah, we got to get there. But anyway, it's fine. It's just it's scratchy on my neck. This is my husband, Doug.
Hello.
I'm the wife, Stacy. I
wifey.
just shared it on my page.
Oh yeah, let's share it on the page and get going. Nobody's watching it.
We can always we do a
edit
live
it out.
show Monday through Friday and select holidays.
We'll edit that out. They'll be none the wiser, as they say.
No, I don't want them to be none the wiser. I want them to know. Why don't you shut your noises off?
Noises made by my wife.
So my point is that we try to make people feel like they're a part of something, and like, so you get to be like our friend and hang out with us, and you're in on all of our jokes. And
many jokes.
We share some wisdom and laughs.
Hardly
and,
any wisdom.
Yeah, you'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll cringe. And that's nothing's off limits here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, there was some faces the other day that I posted that you'll make all those faces.
You will.
Shocked, chagrined.
We also, for people watching the live show as opposed to the rerun, we have a really cool new opening video, and we haven't figured out how to splice it in yet. Why do I look like a ghost? We haven't figured out how to splice it in yet, but we have a new theme. It's like the theme song is called Perfect Phil. Doug wrote it, performed it, whatever. I don't like the way the camera looks tonight.
Let's just cancel the whole show.
I think I only get to do that if I puke.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's
right? Is puking like
I think
an
puking,
acceptable
death,
reason?
Stroke, seizure, lightning.
Anytime I have my picture taken, I look like I'm having a fucking
lightning we could just move into the house, but
I say we stay out here for lightning.
No.
We know
it gets kind of hairy out here. Gets loud. It gets very loud.
I can't help it. I'm fucking Portuguese. I'm loud and hairy. Jesus Christ, leave me alone.
You're not that Portuguese. We did the 23andMe.
I don't want to talk about it.
You're like...
It's another thing my fucking family lied to me about.
They didn't lie about some things.
Like what? What?
Nah, I'm just not gonna go there. There were so many comments floating around. You know, like, remember when the Terminator had all those like responses in his head, and he was like going down the menu. Beep, beep, beep,
I've never
beep,
seen
beep.
the Terminator.
Well, that's too bad because
your joke wouldn't make sense then.
Yeah, my joke. And also my Porter Wagner references today, folks. Today I had to explain Land of the Lost, the 1970s Saturday morning show. About
I still don't know it. He was supposed to put it on the TV, but then Wes the Rat Guy came.
Yeah, Wes the Rat Guy came, and that was
Wes the Rat Guy is our favorite. We fucking love him. He was one of the first people we met in Cape Coral, because like the first night we were here, we were asleep, and all of a sudden we hear. Oh no, it was the second night. I didn't hear it the first night.
It was like
the first
second,
night. I think we were
yeah.
just so fucking exhausted. There could have been a rat on our faces, and we would have.
But this house was empty for a little bit, and there were palm trees right up against the house. And apparently, it's a thing down here.
Fucking house
palm rats, whatever
so
those
anyway,
are.
we heard something in the wall, and we called, and they immediately sent somebody out. And this guy was fucking awesome, and he's from fucking Marlborough, in Massachusetts. Sorry,
he's from Marlborough. Everybody.
Our elderly neighbors are walking by. They're so cute.
Yeah, they're very, very old.
They're
very
so
nice,
cute.
but they're very old. And hopefully they don't have giant hearing aids that can hear us whisper.
I don't know if you can hear us, but I hope to Christ they can't hear me say the shit that I fucking say.
Especially about the butt stuff and about like lube and things like that you say.
The butt stuff and the lube going.
Wait, do you think old people do butt stuff? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that was a newfound territory.
Sorry, you guys. They walk really slow.
And she's very loud.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've heard me before.
It's amazing how much lighter it is tonight than it has been in previous nights because the sun is still up.
I know it's hard to tell, but it's spring here. So the only way to really tell what time of year it is. Well, there's two ways to tell what time of year it is. how bright it is out. Although when I call friends at home, it's pitch black out there at 4 and we still have sun. Not now, obviously, like in the wintertime. That's one way. It's whether it's light or dark. But the other way to tell is if there's any trees. If there's debris in the background, missing trees, then you know that it's hurricane season, which technically starts like now, soon. But it's usually like September, I think.
Well, we'll see.
September is like your sweet spot for hurricane damage.
All I know is that when we went in that water,
I'm so sorry for everybody.
We went swimming in August off Sanibel, and that water was like hot tub warm. And so you want to wear those storms to get their energy from.
If you've never been to the Gulf, okay, so we moved to Cape Coral sight unseen. We're like,
never been here, never even knew about it.
We'd been to Florida. I'd spent time in Key West, and I had lived in Mayport, and I had lived in Oviedo, and I'd worked in Jack's Beach. So I knew, some of Florida, but you don't realize, especially when you're from Massachusetts, which is such a fucking small state. Like I could drive anywhere in Massachusetts. Like if I wanted to drive from P-Town to like Quincy Adams, it would be like
Quincy Adams.
Where is it? Adams.
Adams, Mass, which is in the Berkshires.
That would be like 4 hours. Tip to
Probably
tip.
About, yeah.
Tip to tip. That's the entire state.
Tip to tip.
I have like friends that are like 8 hours away from me that I thought when we moved down here, my friend Christina,
nope.
that I thought that we were going to see them all the time because they're right up the street. They've tried to get together with us a bunch, but I've just not been feeling well. So hopefully that's turning around. We'll get together with them. Maybe we can do like a remote.
Maybe we both drive 2 hours in the same direction and then do a Zoom call, and we'll only be 2 hours away during the Zoom call.
We could do that. I was just thinking about having Christina on the podcast and how she would kill me because I would totally objectify her. I would be like, Christina, how old are you? And she would be like, or she'd refuse to answer the question. And I don't know. I think she would say it because she looks fucking amazing.
I think it would be.
And I would be like, can you do a twirl for us?
It would be detrimental to her brand and her company, I think, to be involved in this.
Well, nonsense. You know what, though? If you look at somebody like Christina, she's the picture of health. And that speaks to her as a professional. She lives her life. Like, you don't want to go to a fucking doctor that's like a morbidly obese smoker. This woman is an
Not
example.
Anymore. Those were the old good ones back in the 70s.
Those and I'm really, actually, I talked to her this morning, and I'm so happy that she was like, she had like 4 clients today. Yeah. She was super busy. And, she rebuilt her business. She's rebuilding her business in Florida since relocating. And so
she's getting the van done tomorrow. Van's
her
gonna look good.
Going on. Doug designed
I hope it looks good.
It's gonna look great. And she's so she has 3 clients. 4 clients today. And it's just building all the time. So yay for Christina, and she's just killing it. I'm really proud of her. What was my point in the story? Oh, so I was
like, you wanted to have her as a guest.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking about today, like guests in general.
Guest hosts.
Well, like, I don't know if I want a guest host or if we interview somebody. Like, we only have 1 camera, so we have other cameras, but I don't think that they would work for this. But anyway, I think we should have at some point in time, like, people that we interview for the show, and we have 10 questions that we ask everyone, and that they get to answer those questions.
Like, which one of us would have to go in a Sophie's Choice situation? That'd be a good question. Christina would boot me, and I don't know. We would do Christina relies on both of us. Oh my God!
You know what I would do? I would
equally,
do Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Oh.
Okay, so there's this game called Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Everybody knows it.
Pick 3 people. Not everybody. I have some friends
Maybe
that are...
some nuns, some sheltered folk.
No, I explained it to
Buddhist
the
monks.
girls one day at lunch.
Okay.
Anyway, Marry, Fuck, Kill. Marry, Shag, Kill, whatever.
Shag.
You need 3 people, Powers? And you have to choose which one you'd marry, which one you would fuck, which one you would kill. Obviously, we're not actually going to kill this person. This is not a threat of violence. You just pick 3 people and...
Yeah.
So, anyway, you pick 3 people, and then you would have to present them to those people. So you'd say something like, Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa.
Well, that would be the living and dead version.
Mother Teresa, Gandhi, and
So
if you can answer that,
No,
you belong
that's
here.
not-
You belong in this group if you can answer that question correctly. And just a reminder to our friends, we are so glad you're here. Thank you so much for commenting, sharing, liking, whatever you can do to support us. It helps. We have to get to 1,000 subscribers before we can do anything cool.
and I'm gonna hold my breath until that happens.
So, yeah, well, right now we've got, but share our page. Tell your friends about it, please. It would really help us out. If you could, if every one of our friends told 2 friends, before you know it, we would be on national television. You're gonna die. You're trying to kill my husband.
Yeah, people.
You're trying
Come
to
on,
kill my
subscribe
husband.
to the thing.
Oh my God! In every game of Marry, Fuck, Kill, they kill you.
They kill me
Wait,
by
wait.
making me
So
hold
if
my
it's
breath until they subscribe to our YouTube.
Oh my God! Let me think about 3 people.
Okay.
Doug,
Yeah,
Christopher Walken,
yeah. And William Shatner.
and William Shatner. Oh, kill William Shatner.
Why?
Gross.
Gross. Oh, he is. Well,
I would marry Christopher Walken and I would fuck you one more time.
Wow, that really?
Yeah.
I don't even get to stay married to you. I just have to
Do
get.
you really want to stay married to me?
I
And
get,
how long
I get a
can Walken
goodbye
be-
boink,
How
and I'm
long
out.
how long can Walken be to this world?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Not that I
he's
want to
so-
break up his marriage. He's been married for 1,000 years, but he cooks and he can dance.
I don't cook well though. That's the thing. I can't dance well.
How do you think he would respond to me being here all baked every day and walking around naked?
Stacy, you're doing too much marijuana. I can't do Christopher Walken.
It's your
That was
first time I've
terrible.
ever heard you try to do Walken.
I don't
It
even
wasn't
know. I
that
don't know.
bad, But
No,
for first
it
try,
wasn't- yeah.
for first try, it was not bad. But
He has that thing.
If you
that
thought
like
that
he
was-
does that louder thing every once in a while.
it's weird.
He does it loud.
Your voice sounds slightly raspy today, kind of sexy.
Oh, how you doing?
What are you looking at them for?
I'm looking at you on the screen. I can't see anybody.
I think my vagina's showing.
Your
Well,
vagina
not my
is
vagina,
not-
my
oh my God.
vulva. The
Oh
vagina.
my god! All right, so
Not
we
there
saw
yet.
some show the other night that your vagina is
Well,
just
we
the
knew
birth
this.
canal.
Yes, that's
but
true.
the other good stuff is what you really have to worry about. That was
But a lot of
some
people
lady.
just have the labia majora, but some people have the labia minor that sticks out.
That's for
I
Jewish
look
people at
like-
Christmas.
I look
the
like
menorah.
a goddamn roast beef sandwich. It's terrible. I hate it. I don't know what to do with myself. I feel like.
This is.
Do you know what I found out? Okay,
This is
so
why we don't have
I
1,000.
I would love to get a titty lift, right? Just to put them back where they were before, poor children.
For COVID.
Breastfeeding and COVID and not wearing a bra because of my stupid fucking lymph nodes. Anyway, that and then having a tummy tuck. But what I found out is when you get a tummy tuck, it pulls up your puss. So you're going from a little man here with a little dangly little missy little thing there to whoo, and then there's
So it sticks out the front.
it's a very
It's
big. What was that word we used? A wet curtain.
Wet sleeve.
It's like a
was
wet
from
sleeve
last
right
night.
there.
Was
It
a
looks
wet
like a wet
sleeve.
sleeve. That's what it does, and so it pulls it way up, and you have a wet sleeve.
You have a
right
wedgie.
up front.
Essentially a wedgie.
It looks like one of those
skin
little
wedgie.
icons on a church, but like Art Nouveau kind of church icon, where it's an archway and a little clitoris inside. It's supposed to be the Virgin Mary. You're not supposed to make.
I don't think you're supposed to say clitoris and Virgin Mary in the same statement.
I feel like.
Do I
feel
have to police the world?
Hang on, hear me out.
The good taste police.
Hear me
Thank
out.
you.
I think we should particularly celebrate the clitoris in the name of the Virgin Mary. That poor woman. She was a virgin. She didn't get hers. And then she had to have a baby.
In a manger,
Yeah, we should celebrate
and some kid playing drums.
Well, celebrate your clitoris
What the hell?
for the Virgin Mary. That's what I think.
Or celebrate it with
you
a
have
Virgin
to
Bloody
celebrate
Mary.
your clitoris for the Virgin Mary.
What about a Virgin Bloody Mary?
I don't. That's.
This show, really,
See, out
I
here,
seriously.
I'm here, which is
Yeah.
about 10 miles past the line, and you're like,
I don't know. I was just trying to add some
can you give me
hubris.
some bronzer?
Some bronzer? Why
I
do
put
bother?
concealer on right
Yeah.
before the call. I'm sorry, I had to. I had these big black circles and 2 zits right here.
I just rolled
And
out of bed like
I
this.
have been so
Don't hate me.
self-conscious because of these
'Cause I'm beautiful.
stupid cameras, and I don't look hot like I used to. But I'm getting better.
Yeah, don't
making
talk yourself.
peace with
That's
it.
negative
I
self-talk.
know, 'cause they're
That's what
not
happened to the
being
Virgin
good.
Mary. She had negative self-talk.
And that's why she got pregnant when she was.
I don't know. You tell me. It's as plausible as any of the other
I don't
scripture.
think that's an Ecclesiastes.
I don't know.
We
I
are
don't know.
going to hell.
Well, yeah.
The neighbors are Catholic.
Shalom.
This is the show where we talk about religion, sex, politics,
Body
how much
parts.
things cost, body parts.
Unspeakable body parts and on
Say
unspeakable
all kinds of stupid things. And
cherished
I'm high all
people.
the fucking time. So
I
you don't
hear
know what
you.
I'm going to say. Plus, I have like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like Tourette's. But it's like a...
It's like inappropriate Tourette's, like whatever. Like, and I don't feel bad
No,
for it
you know
because
what it is?
Tourette's people
Okay,
need support
this is the
as well.
problem.
But
This is a problem. As a child, instead of being taught how to appropriately express myself,
I
was told to
locked in
shut
a
up.
closet.
I was told to shut up. So I just
I'm this
didn't
close
say
to
stuff
doing the same
until I
thing. So
exploded.
I'm trying to be good.
Until I exploded, and then I would
Yeah.
say.
So now it just.
And that's what I do. Is like I try to hold it back because I realize that I'm insane, but I can't do it. I just
You just
fucking
can't.
can't do it.
Well,
and
yeah.
when the marijuana kicks in, I really can't do it. I'm like, it's all coming out right now. But I think that that's how I'm like releasing trauma for my body and like dealing with some
Maybe we're gonna latch
some
onto some
stuff that's been
situation where
probably at the root of
it's
my
going to be
disease.
called podcast therapy.
Okay,
Whereas everybody gets their own little podcast, they get their friends to tune in, and then all this trauma comes out, and everybody's and there's no more anything. There's no more school shootings.
Dude, you
There's
want to
no
hang
more,
on a second.
There's no more
Hang
divorce.
on a
There's no
second.
more what daddy issues.
Hang a second. Hang a sock. Hang on
And
a
a
second.
sock.
Hang on.
Hang a sock.
Hang on a second.
One bird, two birds.
TraumaCast, trademark, marital hate,
Ready
Doug
to
and
go.
Stacy.
TraumaCast.
TraumaCast is actually a kind of cool idea. It would be like Frasier, except on a podcast and not with an old white guy who is like poppity and uppity and unattractive.
Are you talking about me or Frasier?
I don't know, but I would have fucked the dad for sure.
Oh, Dad was a good guy. I like Dad.
Dad.
What about Daphne? Daphne was.
I fucked Daphne,
yeah,
too.
She was all right.
What about the dog?
The dog can watch from the sofa. I don't know. I care. All right. So you think that TraumaCast is a good idea?
Wait, would you fuck Daphne in the dad's chair?
The front bum?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, I like Daphne a lot. Yeah, I thought she was very attractive.
Okay, wait. Would you?
This is Mary Fuck Kill sitcom edition with specific
The,
pet situation. Okay.
Oh my god, I don't know if we're even allowed to say this.
If you're not, we're gonna have to beep it out later,
Are
and
you-
we don't know how to
Could
do
you have perhaps Mr. Fraser,
that. Mr. Fraser.
the cop, is in his recliner,
Yeah.
and she's on his lap, and you're getting a kiss? Could you do that?
I probably.
Is that something you would do?
Probably. I don't know.
While the dog licked your butt?
Okay, so my wife just came up with this idea about TraumaCast.
Oh my god,
and
I
how,
can
like,
never say this again.
Okay, so one of my money making ideas in the past, my wife hates. I love
Really?
blimps.
I'm sorry.
So I love blimps,
I
right?
have no problem with blimps.
So anytime there's a natural disaster,
Oh, this is the worst idea ever.
bring in a fleet of blimps.
So fucked up. We
and
would
you
have
could
had to
tour-
have a tragedy.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We would have helped people. We could have picked people up off of their roof and all this stuff.
We were gonna have to get picked Cat 5
Yeah.
hurricane.
Yes. So, anyways, my
Water up
idea
to the
was
house.
to fly the
We were
blimps
the lucky
over,
ones.
and you could give either like rides, or people could drop like rescue stuff to people, or sandbags, or whatever. And I was gonna call the fleet of blimps Tragitours, so they would blink Tragitours. So she hates this idea, and I'm trying to help people, and she has come up with TraumaCast, so that people with like life trauma can
just
come
came up with
on
that
the
right now.
podcast.
That's not what I was talking about. But when you made fun of me, I said, yeah, TraumaCast is a good idea. People would be down with that.
All right, so
I'll
let's.
have TraumaCast. I'll do that.
Let us know in the
anybody's
comments about
interested in
TraumaCast.
I will start that. I will start that under that crazy hippie chick, and I will do it every day.
TraumaCast. I
Yep.
like the way it flows off the tongue, TraumaCast. Yeah. All right. All right, TraumaCast.
Here's one for you. My friends have always known, like I'm usually pretty clear with people up front, like that I am chatty, and if you have something that you want to tell me that is a secret, you just have to tell me it's a secret. Like I warn
Yeah.
people, I'm like,
Put
just
it-
tell me it's a secret.
Put it in the vault.
It's gone. It's gone forever. But I like seriously, I will not remember it. It's bad. It's a problem. But if you tell me something, if you just tell me something, I'll remember it forever, and I will probably tell someone in some sort of cautionary tale or funny story or whatever, because my friends are amazing, and I love you, and I'm so proud of all of you for various reasons. I like my hair like this.
Yeah, I do. It's good. It's very airy up, is what that is from the Slits.
From the Slits?
So, wait, Trauma. Yeah,
Slits?
that's a band called the Slits from the late '70s, punk band, all-girl punk band.
Gap,
Yeah.
Generation Gap. We need a button for Generation Gap.
So
we need some more buttons.
TraumaCast. What could we start it by having people write in their worst trauma?
I'm sure you
I love it. Worst trauma, and then Doug does a Photoshop. Is that gauche?
Yeah,
we have
tell us your worst
trauma contest. Well, give us your worst trauma, and we'll
reward
you with a funny Photoshop.
Regular problems.
Okay, problems. Give us your funniest problem, like you're out of tuna or something like that. Like what's
we disagree about everything. So if you called in with problems, we could give you two different perspectives.
Yeah, and then it'll confuse you more, and you'll have more trauma in your life, which is
you could call
which is
in
the opposite.
anonymously. You could have
Anonymous tip line. We'll just take the call right in the air. That'd be good.
It could be on the line, or they could be on video, or they could be they could put a costume on.
Like the Masked Singer, or like the Masked Dancer, or whatever those are.
The masked depressed person.
Yeah.
Masked.
They come in there like a sad,
masked depressive,
cat, or a grumpy cat.
Does the masked depressive? Does that sound like the Masked Singer, or the masturbator? Or what does that sound
I don't know what that means. I don't know.
Really,
honestly,
plants
don't know.
Propagating today.
Plants propagating, like the aloe plant that we brought back from the dead.
I think is it gate or 8 if you're doing something to yourself, because masturbate, propagate.
I don't know. That's a wordsmith. You need to talk to a wordsmith.
How is propagating and masturbating?
Well, if you use
similar?
a prop like I don't know.
I should ask ChatGPT. Oh,
Something.
I got ChatGPT did me a solid today. I've been trying to swim more, and ChatGPT designed a swim workout routine for me. Tomorrow, I go up to 20 minutes of slow strokes.
Slow strokes. Those are the best kind.
Strokes. You never make it through 20 minutes of slow strokes.
I'll give you that.
20 seconds, maybe.
I'll give you that, yeah. I'll give you that. Somewhere between 20 seconds.
Please hold, folks, while we have a brief intermission. Go get the coconut oil.
Although I will say,
get the coconut oil.
I'm not getting anything. I will say that we have quite a stunning gradation from blue to almost a pink tonight in the Sunset area.
They were talking about your balls.
From blue to pink. Yeah, well, they can kind of turn back from one. It's like a mood ring. Like mood testicles.
It truly is like a mood ring. Which is why, 5 times a day, I'll say to Doug, "Show me your wiener."
She does. She's like, "Show me." Yeah.
To me.
And sometimes I'll have to make up excuses.
Our neighbors must think we're fucking
not to show her, and I have to come up with why. Well, I'm shy. Oh, you're not shy. Then I have to come up with it's at the doctor's appointment or something. I have to come up with that. Or I have a rash. I come up. She doesn't want to see.
He has a rash.
I have some sort of redness over here, so
he has a rash.
It is what it is. I gotta take care of it. I don't have a doctor. I don't have insurance, so I'm not gonna.
Get it on your penis. I'm gonna cry.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm nice and clean. I'm a clean gent. Why are we talking about my penis? I don't know.
It's my favorite.
How did we go from trauma to my
trauma
penis?
To your penis.
Yeah, that was
because most trauma starts with your penis.
Wow.
I think there are some people that would blame your penis for their problems.
I don't think there's anybody.
There's more than a few girls on Match.
Well,
that look back at you and say, "This is just a tryst."
No,
or, what was the other one?
You're trying to latch onto a man.
She's not the one for him.
She's not the one. She's not for you. Oh yeah, she's not for you. That was one of the. That was right up there with you're not cut out to be a graphic designer.
People say stupid things, but it's funny because for us in our marriage, it's always been laughable because. I mean, sure, we've had times where we've wanted to murder each other, and we've even both considered. What?
I just saw the comment about how our flamingos tonight are messing with the OCD, which I did on purpose. Because I have the other one, and I'm like, I always put it over there. I'm like, nope, not going to do it. But the 3 are fine. It's just that extra one that is.
But people who are not watching.
I'm sorry. Well, they can.
There's flamingos.
They can see the flamingos.
You can see them. Sorry.
Part of our branding.
Ow, I'm itching.
Okay.
It's not my crotch. It's my leg.
Okay.
Just
Well,
so you know.
we do have various
Doug's
bugs.
the one with the rash. Did you give me your rash?
Maybe. I don't know. You can have my rash. That's what Florida does to you. It's humid.
I meant to
Things
ask-
start growing. Fungus starts growing. And what?
I've been working on the clips.
She's been working like a dog on this podcast, pulling clips, just reaching out, like constant, et cetera, et cetera. And so she's been hard at work, and I'm gonna go out of turn tonight. One of the things I'm grateful for is this podcast that gives Stacy a newfound goal and things to keep her mind off her illness. And
I even had 2 minutes. I've been straight out every single day, and it's been like I've been like literally like forcing myself to like and I realize that some of this doesn't seem like I'm doing stuff, but it's a lot of work for me. So like I'll come out, I'll meditate, and so I basically I block off my calendar in colors throughout the day. Pink is for health, green is for the podcast, and purple's for like house stuff. And it's all my whole day. It's completely blacked out with one of those colors, and the majority of it right now is, well, it's pretty much split between the podcast and health stuff. Yesterday I didn't do as much stuff for the podcast just because I wasn't feeling well at all. But today I just was I just killed it. I swam, I floated in the pool, got some sun, talked to some friends, meditated, did my essential oils, biomat. I didn't do the Rife machine, but I took my herbs and I took my supplements and I took my electrolytes. And the most part I ate healthy, but we did have white trash carbonara.
we did.
Which is not perfect, but the gluten does not seem to have bothered my tummy
Yet.
But we need to make sure we get the gluten-free next time.
Okay. The white and
And I pooped today.
for those of you at home, white trash carbonara
I hope you
is
did.
Annie's mac and cheese, thick cut bacon from Costco, and peas.
And added cheese.
And added cheese.
your
You gotta
own
add a little cheese. You gotta add a little cheese to make it like just that.
We like what is the cheddar cabernet that we like?
Oh, the Sartori. I think it's Sartori Cabernet. But you can get any of like the raspberry one.
Caramelized
good.
onion
It's all good.
cheese. You wanna
Caramelized
get
onion cheese.
fancy fucking cheese in there.
You know what? We could do a whole episode on cheese. Cheese that we like, cheese we don't like. I'm even
Constipation we have.
I am even a fan of the cheese in a can that you squirt onto a Ritz. That's a white trash snack.
He likes
if
to
there ever
shoot
was
it
one.
up through the Ritz.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
That was a TikTok. That was not me. I've never done that in my life.
Yes, you have.
I've never done that. That was
I
how
have
you make
photos of you doing it with a child.
No, I never did. I never did the
That didn't come out
the
right.
up and under. I have photos of you doing it. No, you don't. Anyways, but that's always like a treat for us, like to have that horrible orange squirt cheese with Ritz crackers, which are probably also, I don't know if they're awful or not, but they probably have some. They're in the middle of the store, so I was told to stay away from them. Sad news today that Harry Belafonte passed away.
I'm so sad about that.
Great man, great activist, great singer, role model, and Democrat. We'll say. I actually read a thing today, and I saw a clip. I would love to watch both these episodes. In the early part of 1968, Harry Belafonte sat in as guest host for Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show, which was a huge deal because a black man in a host position in the late 60s was pioneering. And anyways, one night, one of his guests on the show was Martin Luther King Jr., and another night was Bobby Kennedy. And it was I read an article about it. I have to go back and watch it, but you can't even imagine, that level of things. But anyways, he was a civil rights activist and singer and style maven and handsome man. Harry Belafonte. So he was one of those guys that was innately cool. And I always have like sort of I have a theory that there are songs that are innately cool. I have people that are innately cool, places that are innately cool, and that could be its own episode. Which is, matter of fact, the other day we heard one of my songs that is innately cool, and that was "Groove Is in the Heart" by Delight, featuring Bootsy Collins. That song is innately cool. So we can go on that theory. I have a lot of theories, folks. I have a theory that every food has an opposite food, and sometimes they work together, sometimes they don't. Yeah, there's opposites, and you know, this is the place to air our grievances about that. So, anyways, Rip Harry Belafonte, thank you for joining us on this planet, and I hope you're up there interviewing Bobby Kennedy and Martin Luther King.
So my Harry Belafonte, I just always loved his music, but my good friend Andrea would kiss her Harry Belafonte record, and her mother would get very upset.
That wasn't, you did not do that.
And
late 50s, early 70s, early 60s.
I don't know if it was because of the color of his skin or the fact that
or she's molesting
kissing
records.
A boy.
Yeah, I don't know. About
yeah, that. I don't know. There's a great book that was written about their family, and there was no signs of racism in it anywhere.
No signs of racism.
There was no signs of racism. Yeah. So I think it's safe to say that it was just because she was kissing a boy. And anyway, she was. I told her today, and she was so sad.
It's sad. It's
and I felt bad. Like I felt bad. I'm like, I can't believe Harry Belafonte's gone. That's what a loss. But he had a full life, I think.
He did. He had a good run. So we shouldn't cry for him, Argentina.
I can't think of Harry Belafonte without thinking about the calypso in Beetlejuice.
That was the first thing I thought about was you, because because we'll play that stuff in the car and we'll be singing our heads off
and I'm driving in traffic. By the way, in traffic, driving a stick shift and like dancing around like that. Please do not tell my insurance company that. But I have a perfect driving record, so suck it.
Suck it, Mr. Policeman. Anyway, I believe my dad had the Calypso Deo EP. It was like a small 245 set or something. I remember we had it at the house, and that's how we kind of cut.
245s and 2 zigzags.
That was not Harry Belafonte. I don't think Harry Belafonte carved a niche in music, so this guy can talk about.
We were talking about Afro Man today.
Oh, we were, because he's running for president.
Afro Man for president. What do you think?
So far, he's got my vote.
I gotta tell you, he did a lemon pound cake song.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
So here's the thing. So I don't know if you know about Afro Man, but a few months ago, the police busted in his house.
Afro Man is the artist who sang the song "Because I Got High." And for young people, I was gonna clean
my house,
my room. I was gonna get up and find the broom, but then I got high. I was gonna eat your pussy too, but then I got high. Yeah. Anyway, that guy. To you younger kids, he sang Colt 45. Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Maybe that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark. Smoke that tumbleweed.
Okay, so anyways.
Marijuana, we can take our...
So he's kind of, anyways, the police raid his home in the middle of the night. And he's got it all on his security cameras of them walking around the house and all this stuff.
I think Afro Man moved in next door.
Do you smell weed? Is that, yeah?
Yeah, I can smell anything if I'm a mile away. I have the weirdest sense of smell. I can smell anything.
It's probably the neighbors coming with torches to get us out of the town.
I just took my nose on the podcast.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Right. I need to put some oil up there.
Well, it's that nose ring that you have.
It's dry.
It's not dry. We live in the most humid place.
No, because we constantly have our air conditioning on and all the fans going because we have these 900 clauses in our lease that say that we have to have a fan going. All the fans going all the time.
Well, that's not a big thing. So anyways, Afro Man. His police suspect some sort of drug situation in his house. Bust in like the Kool-Aid Man. And so he's got it on. And so he took the footage and made a little rap song on it. Are you going to replace my door? Stuff like that. It was instant. It was the following Monday.
It's right
and
up
so,
there. Oh my god.
So they bust in his kitchen.
And
they're looking around, and they're looking at his.
God.
They're looking at his pound cake. He had a pound cake in one of those glass.
Will someone please send us
lids.
a lemon pound cake, please? I want a lemon pound cake.
Go get you a lemon pound cake.
I like a gluten-free one.
Gluten-free lemon pound cake.
Maybe
Why don't you have some diet Jello while you're at it?
Gluten-free,
other things that
sugar-free
taste
lemon
lousy.
Pound cake that has no calories.
And not with the stevia. So, anyways,
no, he can't have stevia. It makes his mouth go numb.
So, anyways, the police are in there. They look at his lemon pound cake under the glass thing, and so it's checking out my lemon pound cake, and so it's in the song. I thought, but it was sort of this search and seizure in the middle of the night, and he was reacting to it with music to raise awareness that they just busted his house.
Didn't they come after
so now they're saying that the police didn't consent to use their likeness in the music video that he was doing to protest being busted in on in the middle of the night, and he didn't have no drugs. He had no illegal drugs. So, anyways, it was all iffy, but I thought it was amazing that he did that so quickly, put it out, and think about it, right? If think about all the things in history that cause uproar and riots and everything else, and here's one that, like, this guy, you know, they busted in his house and messed with his lemon pound cake. He put it to music. It was funny, it was entertaining, and socially bringing social awareness to a situation. I thought it was brilliant, and apparently for his troubles, he's getting sued. So
there. Afro Man, we support you.
Yeah, Afro Man. You know what? I don't know what his platform is.
We support you. We may or may not vote for you.
But it's looking good. It's looking good right there.
If you say so. I will say this. I have a problem with the idea of drugs being illegal. Not because I'm like a big fan of drugs. Well, here's the thing. I do not consider a plant that grows in the ground
like
drugs.
Poppies. Or the cocaine.
Well, I mean, obviously it's gone through a refining process, but
creating jobs.
But my point is that if it's a product that grows in the ground, what right does anybody have to tell me not to have it? What right does anybody have to tell me I can't have it? It's a free country. I mean, it used to be, I don't know, once upon a time. But then the United States government comes along and they put drugs, and we were watching fucking television tonight. We haven't watched TV, and I can't even tell you how long. Every once in a while, there'll be some smut television show, and we'll binge watch that, and we're done.
Farmer Needs a Wife, or something like that.
What was the last one? We just watched Love Is Blind.
Love Is Blind, and then it was
We're
Spouse
waiting
House.
to see happens who stays married on.
It's so
Married
awful.
at First Sight. That's like this week or next week. And I gotta watch The Housewives tonight, but I'm gonna be sound asleep by the time they're on. Anyway, that's not the point. We put television on tonight for like 2 minutes, and a commercial comes on. It's for like a pharmaceutical called
Skyrizi.
You love Skyrizi.
Ozempic, Skyrizi.
The whole world is an Ozempic ad right now. I'm surprised Ozempic hasn't come to me to ask me to sponsor them. Would you like to be our what do you call this thing?
Sponsor for.
Would you like to be a influencer for us?
Oh.
Ozempic. Now, I would not put that shit in my body, but if you have some sort of natural alternative to Ozempic, sign your girl up. Although I have,
what if
I feel like my exercising is going to help to
inspire others to.
No, I think it's going to help with my hormone levels, and I'm going to start doing. I want to figure out how to do cold plunge. Kind of a problem here in Southwest Florida. We don't have cold water. Like, you would have to pay someone to refrigerate your water lines, which I would totally do that. It's a burrowing owl.
It's like an owl fest.
He wants to be on the podcast.
Owl Fest 23.
We welcome you.
Featuring the Dave Matthews Band. On the side stage. Listen to that thing. Going nuts.
Good shit to say. Okay, so what were we talking about?
We were talking about
drugs.
Drugs, stuff growing in the ground.
And then, like, if you're a major pharmaceutical company, you have to just present something once. They reject it and tell you what you have to change, and you're like, yeah, we did that, and they're like, okay, cool, and then you just put it to market. And how many of these drugs have been rushed to market? How many drugs have had to be pulled off the market after they've done so much harm? And I'm sitting here tonight, and there's a pharmaceutical commercial on, and they're naming all these fucking horrific symptoms.
Do not take if you're allergic to that drug, it says.
Who the fuck?
I don't understand that.
Who the fuck takes this shit? I can't figure it out. I'm like, who the fuck would subject themselves to this? And I get it. You're not going to have all the side effects. You might not have any of the side effects. But me, I have all of the side effects of everything. I can't even be in the room with somebody who has perfume on or shampoo with fragrance, and I have such a hard time. It's a problem. It's really a problem.
You're sensitive.
How many times have you seen me just be like...
Yes. As fact, when we got out here, you sat down and you go, something smells musty. Do you smell musty? She smells my sleeve. Nope, you're not musty. Must be something else.
I'm like, am I musty?
No.
Am I musty?
So, do not take Ozempic if you're allergic to Ozempic. Seriously, people. I think when you get to the point, don't take it if you're allergic to it. It's like, don't eat peanuts if you're allergic to peanuts. Don't eat bananas
Fuck
if you're allergic
you.
to
I don't
bananas.
want to hear any more about
They're
the
gonna start.
peanuts.
You know, the world's gone crazy indeed. My wife included.
Peanuts. I'm allergic to peanuts now.
Peanuts. Not penis. Peanuts. Like Peter Pan peanut butter. Anyway, so
I think Nolan, Wes, and the girls should all do a little podcast called My Parents Podcast, where they can just do little clips
where they criticize
of
it, like
themselves reacting
of course. Oh, now
So
she's.
this is what my parents.
Oh, now
say
she's
on
got a
their
peanut
podcast.
allergy. Of course, she just is looking for
My
attention.
Parents Podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you have anything else to say, or do you want to wrap early because it's you're super high?
No, I don't want to
You're
wrap
super
early.
high. I have one.
I have so much. I have like 20 notes.
I have one note left. That's
You just
all
have
I
one left. I haven't even touched my notes. God, you're noting.
My celebrity birthday today, Jason Lee of My Name Is Earl.
Oh my God, we
Jason
love
Lee.
him.
He's 52 today.
He actually was found by Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith met him
He's a skateboard dude.
and said, what do you do? And he said, oh, I just retired. And he said, what? And he said, I'm a skateboarder. I just retired. And so Kevin Smith put him in, I believe the first one was Mallrats that he was in. And he played Brody.
Nobody cares.
I forget who he played in Mallrats. I'm
Nobody cares
very
who he
high right
played.
now. In any case, it's a fantastic film. I still can't see the fucking ship myself.
The ship.
Schooner. I've never been able to see any of those fucking magic eye bullshits. I'm with you.
Oh,
Ethan
the
Sloopy.
magic eye things from the.
I'm gonna hang out with
90s.
Ethan Sloopy. He's cool as shit. I fucking love him.
But My Name Is Earl is a fantastic show with a lot of heart, hysterical, just. Yeah, it kind of jumps the shark, but then it comes back. It's so strong.
I wish I had friends like Randy and Earl and Catalina.
Randy, Earl, Catalina,
We don't have any
Crabman,
friends like that.
Crabman, and
Do we have anybody
Joy.
that's close to any of those? Well, I'm Joy. I'm 100%.
Yeah, well, you're
Joy.
a lot Joy. Yeah.
She's totally like white trash and ridiculous and brazen and
The
loud.
thing is,
and
Earl's
opinionated
trying to
and
do the right thing
annoying.
and make up for being a jerk before, and he's going by on his list, and he's trying to make things right, and just fantastic. And everybody's getting along. He's got Earl Jr., who's half African American, which was kind of a surprise to him. It was just a fantastic show. Anyways, do you have notes? Or are you too high for
well, I
notes?
would
Because you're
just- no, I have
super
some, you
like
stop
groggy.
talking like that. I'm fine.
Okay.
Sometimes I find you to be a little long in the
Oh, that is
sentencing.
That is throwing
spacing.
some glass stones at
No,
houses.
it's not. You pause. It's not the fact that you're talking for too long. It's that you space your words out a lot. And
I have something
I
to
spent
say.
my entire day trying to edit clips on double speed, so everything seems very, very slow to me right now.
Okay.
It's that and the drugs.
You know, someone once told me that if you talk slower, people will listen more intently, and sometimes if you speak at a lower volume, people will lean in to hear you, and then you have their attention. But if you yell at them, then they're going to be less.
Remember, I
what?
tried that once, and the guy was
Yeah, but
like,
that was a
"You're
date."
incredibly shy and not at all sexual."
Yeah, well,
I'm incredibly shy and
you,
not at all
you
sexual.
could tone it down a little bit.
Also, did anybody guess what I got my varsity letter in high school? Because
Boning.
it is not chorus. It is not drama. It is not softball,
Lacrosse.
volleyball, lacrosse, track.
Legos. It wasn't Legos. It was Lincoln Logs.
It wasn't anything terribly sporty, for that matter. It wasn't cheerleading.
Well, there's a hint for you. But that's all right.
So anyway, put your best guesses out there because it's a surprise. Oh, there was something else. We wanted someone to name. Oh, we have a game tonight. We have this gecko. We love him. He's transparent.
He's like kind of transparent with black eyes.
He's
and
albino.
I don't know if he's albino or if he's just some weird translucent species of night gecko. I don't know. I haven't really researched
it looks like
too
you
much.
can see through him, but you can't get close to him.
Nah,
And he's
he
pretty big.
bolts.
He's a good 5 inches.
He's a good size. Yeah.
Anyway, he's adorable. We love him. And he has another friend that's out here that looks like him. We've had other geckos in the house and in the garage
Little
and
baby
out at
ones.
front. We had a
So
little
cute.
tiny baby one. But this one's the first one like this that we've seen. Well, the two, because there was the one there and the one there. So this big one's been here almost every night. He might be up above the
Yeah, I
light right
can't
now. I
see him
can't
right
tell. But we need to name him. So whoever comes up with the best name for the lizard, we will give you credit for naming the lizard, and you will get a Photoshop
and we'll get a Photoshop. But if you say Geico, that's not going to be funny. That's not. You're not naming him Geico, so don't even.
Yeah, we'll kill the lizard if you give a shit.
Yeah, we will.
We'll kill the fucking
PETA
thing.
will be on us like white on rice.
We would never kill the lizard.
We're not killing the lizard. As a matter of fact, we had our guy come and spray for ants today, and I told him where our little resident lizard lived in our railing, and I told him don't spray over there. So he goes, oh no, that's fine. I know where he is. So it was good. So he didn't spray over there.
We love West Rock guy.
We do, and then we love the lizard too. He's very friendly.
We love the lizard.
Oh, the lizard was out displaying his.
So we like little slimy guys and big furry guys.
Those are all categories within the gay community.
Big
furry guys, little slimy
He's
guys.
He's not a member of the gay community.
What
and I don't think
what do you call him? A little slimy guy would be a slug.
I think the twinks would not appreciate
the twinks,
you
your
calling
bears,
them
your
slimy.
slugs.
I don't think that the twinks would appreciate you calling them slimy. But
No. A slug is a.
I think a slimy twink is like a guy who like tries to pretend he's underage for like creepy old men.
Oh, that's terrible.
Am I coining a new phrase?
No,
a slimy
maybe.
Twink?
No, that would be a slug.
Can I say that?
Slimy twink is a slug.
Gays, I need your help. I'll text Nolan.
It's just all kinds of.
Hang on, I gotta text him.
Oh, now we're going to take time out of our busy podcast to text my son about what to call a slimy twink and what is the definition of that. I said a slug because slugs are small, they're slimy, and they come out at night. The freaks come out at night.
Wait, what was it called? A slimy what?
Slimy twink. A slinky.
So, okay, you say something while I do this. Talk about an animal.
An animal. Oh, well, the guy that got bit by an alligator yesterday, doing cleanup duty on Sanibel, he did not receive medical attention. He refused medical attention. Now, if I get bit by an alligator, I'm going to the ER because I'm telling everybody on this podcast, anybody that I hope it leaves a big scar because I got bit by an alligator and that's epic.
Oh, because you want to get bit by an alligator.
I don't want to get bit by an alligator,
but
if I was bit by an alligator,
I would definitely love to die in a shark attack. That would be fucking ideal.
It's brutal.
You know what? This would be my best way of going. Would you like to hear it?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how I managed to do this. But somehow, okay. We're on an RV trip. And
you drive off a cliff and we both die in a
we're on an RV trip. This is how I want to die. We're on an RV trip. We're like ready to go home. We've seen everything. We've done everything. We went to the Bills games. We went to Burning Man. We went to Bonnaroo. We went to South by Southwest. We went to funerals. We went to weddings.
Funerals?
We just went to anything anybody on the internet asked us to come to. We just showed up. And one day we were like, okay, cool. Let's do Mohab before we go home. So we go off-roading at Mohab, and then we're like, okay, let's stop and go jet skiing and
Lake Mead, which is now dry.
We get all the way home and we bought jet skis, and we buy jet skis on the way home. We put them in the water. We go out on our jet skis, and we get eaten by sharks. That would be the perfect. That would be the perfect ending.
Only if the shark kind of jumps up, bites you in midair, and goes in, and the rest of everything but your head is still riding the jet ski.
And here's the thing, whilst this has happened, your music goes viral, it makes all kinds of money, and all the money from the podcast, if we one day make money with the podcast, and all of the lottery winnings we've had, because we're definitely winning the lottery. Haven't played it lately, but it's not up yet. Let's see, we have the podcast. We could have your music money, and maybe my art sells, or your art sells, or
we sell your hair.
Maybe we do OnlyFans. We're really not sure what we're gonna do, but that's not the point. The point is, when we die, the nonprofit that we created can have a picture of us with the shark with our blood pouring out of its mouth, or maybe like
Quint in the boat at the end of Jaws.
You know what? And I was thinking about that. If I had thought the other night when I got sick, if I had thought to puke on the glass table,
and then we could varnish it, and then we'd have a puke table.
Well, we could sell it, and if we got rich and famous one day, somebody would pay for that.
I don't know.
I'm telling you this much: it would have been a lot fucking easier to clean up than the pebbles. We have these pebbles that are epoxied. There's like little divots and shit. I don't know how you get it out of there.
You know what? I took care of it. You don't have to worry about it.
Did you put spray cleaner on it?
Huh?
Spray cleaner?
It's a natural
Large amounts of water?
Spray cleaner.
Vinegar.
Just never mind. I worry about my things. You worried about your things. I don't go asking you.
Your things are cleaning and my things are what?
Paying bills and researching cable companies. So when we switch from Hulu, which is now $78, to YouTube, which is $72, we can save
Hulu is
seven
now
and a half dollars.
$84.99.
Ooh, we can save $12 by going to the YouTube.
12 times 12 is $144. $144 is, I don't know, the water bill and...
Perfect math SAT right here, this lady.
So
This is what marijuana does to your
it's
brain.
the water bill and 6 months of Easy Pass.
So we get free water just for not using Hulu. Thanks, Hulu. I'll be in the shower. Thanks, Hulu.
Just for 1 month, though. That's not like for the year, for a month. We have free
Just
water
for
for
1
a month. Oh, a month like in the spring, but
Hey,
not in the winter.
I was very excited because you found in the mail today a Culver's coupon.
Yes.
2 Butterburger Deluxes for $8.
$8.
That's 4 patties. That's $2 a patty. So your buns and all your other stuff, the cheese, everything else is free. So yeah, so that was that sort of made my day. And if I wasn't, I didn't sleep at all last night, seriously, and I didn't feel like I was so tired. I even maybe nodded off today.
You were
at about
probably
6
on
o'clock.
your computer.
And
You were on your computer very late last night, and that fucks your circadian rhythms up.
oh yeah, because I was trying to attach our
Dim your
our
screens,
thing.
people. It'll help you sleep.
Dim your screens.
Have some pot too.
Dim your
Or if
screens.
not, if you don't want to.
I'm mad as hell and I won't take
Or
it
milk.
anymore. Dim your screen.
Lavender.
Lavender. All right. So, anyways,
Jerk off.
so I didn't feel like I
anyways.
didn't feel like driving down to Culver's to use the coupon. So, but perhaps we use that another night when we're racing around trying to get the podcast going, et cetera, et cetera. But the savings makes me happy.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Every once in a while, I say something on the podcast, and I think to myself, "Oh my God, Andrea's going to listen." For those of you who don't know, I have a friend who's older than I am. She has children who are my age, and I just love her to pieces. She's such a badass, and she's so amazing, and I really look up to her. And I always call her my fairy godmother. And sometimes they say things, and I'm like, "Oh my God, she's going to hear this." But she is the only person that can make me blush. Like, she can make me blush every single time. And I will not spill any secrets because I will get my ass beat. But
She'd have to
she
come
had
down
some
and
juicy
visit us
stories.
first. Yeah, no, and there's there's certain things you want to maintain a certain level of couth, and I think sometimes Stacy,
My couth is not so couth.
you just go right behind, you leap the boundary of couth into Ridiculousville.
I gotta tell you, if we're gonna have a guest on the show, I would fucking love to have Mrs. Hunt on.
Drunk Mrs. Hunt, that would be good.
Oh.
Yeah, a little old fashioned or something. She would be
she does
enjoying
not interested in marijuana at all.
that. Well, maybe we get her interested, and that becomes a nice little experience for Mrs. Hunt.
No, she
and
had
our
a
viewers.
negative experience. She was accidentally given a brownie at one point in her life, and it was terrifying for her, and she does not like
Well,
marijuana.
that she got dosed. That would be terrifying.
Although I
Don't
believe
go-
she does support
Andrea,
it for medical purposes. Do not.
I'll walk
quote
you
me
through
on
it.
that.
Although I'm no expert at all. But you know what? I would like you to agree to do that because I think it would be hysterical, and you two would laugh, and I could,
Well, we get a split screen right there.
No, she's got to come down. She's not doing that at home because
You
then
would
she's got to
have
be a
a-
grandma. She's got to
you
be a
would
mom.
be scrubbing
Down
this
here,
house.
down here, she could just be Andrea, the pot freak.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
She's not gonna do pot. Andrew's not gonna do pot. But my other friend's coming.
She'll do it for
and
me.
and she does pot. Andrew's not gonna do pot.
She'd do it for me. You kidding?
cannot
That
pressure.
woman worships
You
me.
cannot pressure a woman
Like
who is
a
old
son.
enough to be your mother into making do drugs.
Hey, look, she might
You
like
do
me better
that.
than her own kids because I never held up a sign in the back of the wagon alerting police that
help me.
Help me. Yes, that was not good. So, but that's her story to tell. We'll wait till she comes down.
She's just absolutely
but
amazing.
we do miss her.
And,
we miss her a great deal.
She's everything you would want a friend to be, everything you would want your mom to be, everything I would want my wife to be.
It's funny. She's very much like my mom. Has a very similar tone and manner to her.
I will say this though, I would not wanted her to be my teacher. She scares me. I'm terrified of her. I'm so afraid of Mrs. Hunt. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
I'm so afraid of her.
No.
And she's the nicest person you'll ever meet.
Honestly, yeah. Well, the how I met her is that she was running like a little consignment shop in North Situate, and was selling some antiques and furniture and things like that. And we went in there one day, and she was selling I think it was a dining room set, and she had it marked that part of the proceeds would go to help Stacy with her disease. So for that, we were eternally grateful, and we ended up becoming. Stacy became very good friends with her. She's fantastic, and
we've held many a political sign together.
Well, even though I don't agree with her normal political values and views, I do respect her as a lovely lady in my life.
She's amazing, absolutely amazing, and absolutely stunning. And every woman in her family looks like her clone, and they are all equally gorgeous. It's ridiculous. It's like a Robert Palmer video almost, like where there's just like one gorgeous girl after another, except they're all blonde with blue eyes. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And even if they get older, they're still gorgeous. Doesn't matter if they're short, tall, skinny, chubby, whatever. Like, they're all drop dead fucking gorgeous.
Well, you gotta hand it to the dad there. That dad is a handsome devil. Jim, Commander Hunt. He's a handsome devil.
I don't know if we're supposed to say names.
Oh, sorry. Commander.
Some guy. We don't know him.
No, he's a good dude.
If we need to pull this down, tell us. We'll cut it
just
out.
bleep it out.
I'll let them know tomorrow. I'll try to remind me.
Nobody's watching
Somebody
this
remind
thing.
me.
No, seriously, nobody's watching.
Somebody remind me of what I did.
Oh, we said something nice about somebody.
I know we love them. We love everybody.
We didn't say their address.
And we love his glorious mustache.
No, the mustache is king.
Okay, we're gonna get her on at some point. Maybe we'll even get Jim on. That would be really cool because he's done some cool stuff. They do that comfort dog where they visit the veterans.
Jebediah the comfort dog. That's a fantastic.
It's not
thing.
Jebediah. It's Obadiah.
Obadiah. Well, it's Jebediah Lincoln.
It's Mordecai.
The Mordecai Lincoln, which is also
So there's a road in Situate.
We've already.
It goes off North Situate, and it you can cut off the light if you're going like down 3A or whatever. So it's like you take a right. I think it's
right across from the 7-Eleven.
Right across from the 7-Eleven. Mm-hmm. It's past Slantage.
Yeah.
Past where Jamie's used to be. Right. It's on the corner where Jamie's used to be.
Which is now Chain Link Fence Park.
Or was last week
and weeds.
Chain Link Fence Park. It was weeds and
yeah,
ridiculousness. Anyway,
that was
take a right there. We call that. It's called Mordecai Lincoln Road. We call it Jamiroquai Lincoln Road.
Jamiroquai, like the band in the 90s,
Jamiroquai
right?
Lincoln Road.
Yeah. Anyways, that's
what we call it. Jamiroquai Lincoln Road.
So,
and I heard that song yesterday, and I was fucking dying. Because we were talking about if we went on like Password or something, how we would like have, we would be.
Because so everyone knows Lincoln loves mayonnaise. So there you go. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
Do you have your notes? You want to pull up some notes?
You were supposed to make homemade mayonnaise. What happened?
We ended up buying a giant thing of avocado mayonnaise at
Costco for cheap.
But
who was it that got you to do it? Was it Jamie Oliver or a Pioneer Woman?
No, it was neither.
Oh, was it a TikTok?
I think it was a TikTok because apparently there's some stuff that's not so great in the regular mayonnaise. There's some oils that are not so great.
Yeah, that's why we buy the avocado
Can I
oil.
just go on a little baby rant while you pull up your... Stacey's been pulling up this Pioneer Woman who's a chef or like a cook. The whole thing is that she's a housewife on a ranch. And
she has to feed cowboys. She says
she's
cowboys
like feed the cowboys that work the ranch.
Every time she says cowboys, they'll be in the coma.
And then they have like 8 kids that all look kind of the same. So the kids don't really factor into the show other than they show up to eat, and she makes these like mounds of things and things like that. So she makes this food, and the food is super like not healthy, right? But it's good comfort food like chicken fried steak, twice baked potatoes. She made a lovely looking corn casserole, things like that. And and she made hamburger gravy, which is there you go. And so Anyways, this woman,
Everything has butter.
She puts butter
Everything.
in everything, and then when she's done putting butter in, she puts more butter in it, and then when she serves it,
everything has
side
a
of
stick of butter in it.
Yeah.
Every pan is prepared with some butter. Every dish has a stick of butter in it,
Yep.
and everything gets 10 pats of butter on the top.
and that's
And then
not
you
even my
serve
biggest
it
problem with
with
her.
butter.
So it's not even the biggest problem because butter makes everything taste
Can't
good.
take a phone call right
and so, so my issue with the Pioneer Woman, she has no personality. She's like, I'm cooking and I'm going to measure a tablespoon, and like she has no oomph to any of it, right? And the only thing cool about it is that she's got this cool ranch and blah blah blah. And cool ranch, this is where the Doritos were from. But she's got this nice ranch, she's got this nice kid, whatever. Her kids don't add any value. The husband doesn't say like 2 words, and then
Maybe they're mute.
and then she is just boring as all get out. And so the butter is the best part of the show. But then at the end, they try to make it interesting by taking her out and she's skeet shooting, or taking her out and roping a calf. And it's so disjointed. I think it's just like I'm gonna make those twice baked potatoes. I'm not.
So could you
dissing her
just-
kid,
okay, let me
her
ask you
cooking,
this.
but I'm
Well,
like,
how about this?
could you find a more boring person to cook badly?
Okay, how about this?
Sorry, that was a rant.
How about this? How about you and I do a remake of the Pioneer Woman?
Yeah.
Where you do like the poolside man, and
I put butter in the pool.
You just do all the recipes that lady does, but you do it with some flair.
I don't know if I'm Mr. Personality either, but oh
could
my
be a
god,
pioneer
she's
man.
on like this
You could
TV
be the
show.
Pioneer Man.
I'm
You could be,
Pioneer
like,
Man.
Could you do like a flamboyant Pioneer Man? Is that like?
I don't think
like
that's
a-
nice.
Can you? But like, I want to see how offensive.
I will take flamboyant
Could you
any
do,
day
like-
over that
Could you
bore
do
fest.
like a flamboyant Pioneer Man from like an ethnic group with like
That sounds so offensive.
with like a disability?
sounds so offensive. Like, how offensive can you get? We're gonna be an ethnic.
Listen, you have to treat everyone equally. That means you have to make fun of everyone.
No, but if you're gonna
equally.
have that, you get an actual
Know your target
disabled
market.
ethnic
Actually, that raises
chef.
something
That's
that I wanted to talk to you about anyway today.
who you were gonna talk to me about.
Well, so
or
we
the
talked
people.
about the massive foobar on the part of the Bud Light people with knowing their fucking target audience. That was a fucking disaster. Yes?
They didn't know the audience.
Targeting the audience. That's
and-
the only question I'm asking. Is it was a disaster in terms of knowing their target audience.
Yes,
And the number
but
one rule in marketing is what?
know your audience.
Know your
Right now.
audience. Number one. And your existing customers are worth so much more than a new customer, because those existing customers, they continue to do business with you, that you refer your business, they're loyal, they will stay with you during the tough times. If you lose them, you're fucked. Anyway, there was another commercial today where it was a young, handsome African-American gentleman drinking a Bud Light and getting into a bubble bath. And I'm like, oh, they don't know their audience. And I was thinking to myself, like, number one rule, I think it was Bud Light. It was a long day, so it could have been Coors Light, but
Could have been
it seems
anything.
like
It could have
ran
been
with them.
soda.
It was beer. It was just like, are you
It
kidding
was White
me?
Claw.
But I'm like, know your target audience. I hope it was just this one ad company
Now-
that's lost their fucking minds, but that's not the point. The point is, I started thinking about this podcast, and I'm like, who is our target audience?
Shut-ins.
It's like shut-ins, people who watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, anybody with a flair for the ridiculous. Now, here's
We're
my
big with the
my,
gay
the-
community.
my theory. My theory is a lot of people watch on the down low, or on the DL, as the kids say. They watch on the down
don't wanna be
low
associated
because they
with
don't
us.
want it. They're like, I
We have
don't
a
want to
lot of-
encourage
We have
them.
a lot of conservatives that watch us. We have a couple liberals that watch us.
Couple. I gotta start.
We're gonna have to.
start
Maybe we
voicing
do that
my-
a poll one night. Where we do like like when some sort of political thing comes up, we're gonna we'll do like a little poll.
I will say this about my final word on the Bud Light thing is like, what the hell does it matter to anybody? Just drink your stupid beer and shut the hell up. That's all I'm saying.
Thing. I just want to know, what is our demographic? That's my
Our
concern.
demographic. I hope they are accepting of all people, choices, everything.
do
You know,
too.
just do what you want to do. We're all trying to get through the day.
I think
We're just
I
trying to get.
just want everybody to be doing their best, and I want everybody to be doing that. I don't care where you're at in life, as long as you're doing your best and you're trying to do better. Then
Like-
we're down with you. We'll do anything we can to support you.
Like if you're a
Unfortunately,
slimy twink, like we said before,
more
be
like
a good
that.
one.
Yeah, well,
Just
try
do
to
the
be
best
better.
you can do.
Try to do better.
Yeah. Be the slimiest,
Don't encourage
twinkiest.
pedophilia.
No, don't go there. That's crazy. But
That's what I'm saying. That's what a slimy twink does.
why did you have to take it to a bad spot? I was just
I don't
thinking
know,
that it was.
But I have not heard back, and I have other gays that I could reach out to, but I didn't want to be multitasking too much.
You have a lot of folks that you can reach out to. I'm trying to think. Like, I would.
I love the gays. What can I
Yeah.
say?
What's not to love? Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I will love anybody
I
unless
have
they're
been
just
felt
a
up
jerk.
by more gay men than I have been felt up by straight men.
You know that's a lie.
No.
You know that's a lie.
I helped CJ in the restaurant one night, and I got felt up by 4 different gay men.
Well, why? Because they thought your boobs are fake, or what was the purpose of that?
CJ told them how great they were, and the next one, and the
All
next
right,
one.
so that's my other theory. My other theory is that
Because
everybody.
he asked me to come when he said, "Make sure you wear something with your boobs out."
All right, so my theory is that
He's so
everybody
sweet.
loves titties.
Yeah, the gays love
Babies
them.
love them. Gay guys love them. Women love them. Men love them.
I like them in the pool because they defy gravity.
They defy gravity. They swim on their own. They're kind of
I want my belly to just disappear in the pool, though.
Well,
I'm
keep doing those
terrified of
laps.
what that looks
No,
like.
you're nice.
I'm getting an
you look
OnlyFans.
nice in there.
Somebody want to help
So-
me mount some cameras down there. I'm going to OnlyFans it up, and I'm going to swim back and forth in my little stringy tank top, and
Yeah.
my titties are going to flop out.
But here's the
and
thing: since
flaps are
everybody
gonna flop out,
everybody
and
loves
then I'm going to get a lot of money, and I'm going to get my things pulled up, and they're going to
Your
pull my
things.
my little thing is going to
Getting
go like
things,
that, and
okay.
it's going to be like. Bloop, 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 bloop. And so I'm going to have to have that fixed too.
There's a clip for you. So if you're looking for a clip describing your lady parts like a bloop bloop bloop. Yeah. So here's the weird part for me about the whole titties thing. It's like if everybody loves titties, how come everybody's up in arms over public breastfeeding? It's a completely natural thing. I don't understand. It's just an odd thing for me. There's a lot of things I don't understand in life. Jumbo shrimp.
I'm
and the
so
like.
confused.
What?
I just got a text message that said, "Call Andrew doing the podcast right now." Sorry. What does that mean?
Somebody called you and said that they were doing a podcast.
Somebody just texted me, "Call Andrew doing the podcast right now." Sorry.
That
Voice
was-
chat
was,
messed that up. That's my bad. We will figure that one out later.
Well, apparently our little friend has his own podcast at the same time as ours. So, game on, MF.
No, he doesn't have a podcast at the same time as ours.
I think you need to reread that.
He used voice to text me. It's in his car.
He's also dyslexic.
That's so mean.
I'm going to tell a story about him because it's amazing.
This is the best
so-
story.
Zach for Christmas wanted to buy me a little gift, right? So he decided that he wanted.
He's
to,
like a part of our family.
Yeah, so he went to the store.
Love this kid.
Just very sweet of him. I don't want anything from any of the kids, whatever. So, anyways, he knows I'm a big fan of the Clash, and he's like, "Oh, I'll get Doug a Clash shirt." So he goes to Target, goes over. Here's a Clash shirt. Goes up to the register, and the guy picks up the shirt the guy at the register picks up the shirt and he goes, "Yeah, Johnny." And so our friend Zach is like, "Yeah, Johnny Clash, yeah," because he doesn't know who's in the band, right? So I get it, and it's Johnny Cash. It says Cash, and it's a picture of Johnny Cash giving the finger. So the story behind, like, he thought it said Clash when it actually said Cash, and he's dyslexic, was amazing, and it was awesome because he embraced it, and we embraced it, and we found humor in it, and because we know he's not dumb. It's like this was a great sort of example of the humor that we have with some of these folks and how we laugh at anything and everything, and if you embrace it, you can enjoy life. And why are you making a face back there?
I was just thinking.
You're like,
So I just heard back from Nolan.
Oh, and what was he saying about the twinks?
The slimy twink. He did laughing and crying, laughing and crying, laughing and crying. Although he usually does dead, but
yeah, dead.
He said that's amazing. So, here's my thing. My concern is, I think you could make a lot of money being a slimy twink.
Me personally, or just
you.
a
well,
person?
Nolan could, but not you. Yeah, not you.
I am.
But
I don't know.
Don't do that.
I don't know
Do
what I can
not
make money
do
doing.
that. But
I
like
don't
my
know what
point
money
is,
I
a
can
slimy
make.
twink is somebody who's like looks young and acts particularly young, which was kind of like that Dylan Mullaney thing.
But where's the slimy thing come in?
Because you're trying to basically pass
you're trying to
underage
pass
for creepy old men.
Oh, that's terrible.
So don't do that. Don't do that. That's not good. But anyway, I think it's a thing.
Okay.
Stay away from slimy twinks. I don't like them.
So we invented a slimy twink, and now we're telling people not to be a slimy twink.
Yeah.
Why are we even doing this podcast?
I don't know, but I will say this. I think if you've got an ass like a dump truck,
right,
and you made
$100,000
last,
yeah,
you made $100,000 last year sucking dick.
Yeah,
I think everybody can.
You're probably doing right.
Kiss your ass.
So do you get a W-2 for that, or is that a 1099? Or is that under the table? It sounds like it's under the table.
I think they have to launder that.
Well, so you got to launder something.
How would you launder money?
How would I launder money? I don't even.
I have the perfect way to launder money.
Oh my God, I don't know. I think it would involve pennies, rolling pennies, or taking bottles back, or something. I don't know.
That's how you launder money?
I have no idea how we would launder money.
Terrible way to launder
I've never thought of it for an instant in my life.
This is how I would launder money. You ready for it?
Any of you FBI folks and Secret Service watching?
Yes, watch me.
This is how she's going to do it.
I would launder it through government investment. Foolproof. Think about it.
Government. Wait. So you're going to take the bad money that you get from
and invest in the federal government of the United States,
and you're going to invest it in T-bonds or something like that. But
federal projects. But
you can't just invest in a federal project. You got to invest into a bond.
The jobs, whatever. But I want to have my criminal activity linked to the government. Then I will never go to jail. That's what I'm doing.
See, I'm gonna buy gift cards.
Really should have been a criminal. Anybody
I'm gonna go with CVS and buy gift cards.
I will organize some crime. You guys you do the things. You tell me, and I'll organize it.
You do the
for
things.
You.
Yeah.
I like a little cut. I like a mob boss. Do you think I'd be a good mob boss?
No.
No?
No.
I think I'd be a great mob boss. We've been talking about me being a cult leader. We've had several people ask about signing up.
Yeah, good luck with that.
One of them today, and we did not make it happen.
I'm in the I'm in the cult.
Tomorrow, hopefully.
Who's what?
One of my friends I was supposed to chat with today. She had been expressed interest in my cult, and she had to take a child to a doctor's appointment today, and I got tied up and forgot to loop back with her, because at one point I was like, oh, it's too early, and then I just totally forgot after that, and I figured she'd reach out because she had her appointment. So anyway, we'll try again tomorrow. Hopefully, I messaged her.
Yeah, I don't encourage any illegal activity. I like to live if you watched yesterday's podcast, you'll know that I live my life in the manner of Christian leadership.
Just know that you have consequences for your actions. That's the thing today. Like, people are so willing to give up their rights, but they're completely unwilling to face.
Who's willing to give up their rights?
Hang on, can you hear me out, please?
All right, I'm just questioning the first part.
Let me finish my sentence before. People are willing to give up their rights. I totally forgot what I was saying. I hate when you do that to me.
Sorry.
People are totally willing to give up their rights. Well, hopefully it comes back to me.
Government money laundering? Oh, it's consequences. You were talking about consequences.
Oh, people are totally willing to give up their rights, but they're not willing to face the consequences for their actions. Whereas we had people, I think that's the difference between when we grew up versus today, is back then, people knew the consequences of their actions, and there was more freedom.
I'm not following you. Like back in the day?
Yeah.
They had less freedom or more freedom?
Less freedom.
Less freedom.
I mean, more freedom back in the day than we do now.
Such as?
I just think in general there's more government oversight over everything. It's more government control.
Well, sometimes that's a good thing. They're not dumping. They're not using DDT. They're not dumping crap in the rivers.
They were in on that from the fucking beginning. They're always in on it.
I don't know if they're in on it. I mean, but when they knew better, they did better. You know, we have. They're in on it. The condors coming back. The eagles are coming back.
The government and the pharmaceutical companies and all the 1%ers in America, not in the world, all the 1%ers in America, they're on the same fucking team. They have mutual self-interest. They do not give a fuck about you.
And
And
this op-ed piece
even
was
the
brought to
nice
you by-
charitable ones, most of the time they're doing it for the tax write-off.
No, the government
And the power.
The government wants me alive so I can make money, and they can tax me and take my money.
Well, they
That's-
should probably give you some health insurance because you ain't got none right now.
That's a cross I need to bear right now. A blue cross I need to bear. Get it?
Oh,
Get what I said
boy.
there? That was funny. That was
I have
funny.
health insurance. I wouldn't go to a hospital if you paid me to.
Um,
The only way I would is if I had like a severed arm or something. No, probably not. I'd rather
no,
you know,
you'd.
I'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, Doug, come on, one
I-
more time.
You know what?
One
I think-
more time.
I think the other day, as a matter of fact, the other day, you're like, if I will sever my arm and stick it in your ass. I think that's, you actually said that to me the other
Sounds
day.
like
Like
something I
you
would
were
say.
something about,
Right? Sounds
Yeah.
like something I would say.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Okay, so what time is it? It's
It is-
9:15.
it's
All right, let me see if I
9:15.
had any key points that
Any
I wanted
key
to address
points.
today because I did.
Tonight's key points brought to you by Stacy and Sky Rizzy.
I know Sky Rizzy, but I
Sky
think it
Rizzy
was,
is for eczema.
train wreck cannabis oil, which I highly
Train wreck.
recommend.
TW.
I believe it's
TW.
a hybrid. Oh. I have a contention about the dishwasher. Our dishwasher is wonky as fuck. It has been wonky as fuck since we moved here. They have come to fix it no less than 5 times.
About, yeah.
If it were my house, I would have just bought a new fucking dishwasher by now, but it's not. And so, the dishwasher, it takes Doug forever because you have to load it. You have to prepare the dishes, load the dishwasher, unload the dishwasher, and it's like loose, and then half the time it doesn't start when you want it to. And I'm like, maybe it would be easier to just wash dishes by hand. So then I was thinking, we should have a little thing where we time that out and we take bets on it, which is faster, washing the dishes by hand or doing them that way. And then I don't know.
So, what?
And then if I'm wrong,
yeah, you have to wash dishes from.
I'll do that thing from She Nasty
Oh,
and for you.
no,
I'll
that's
do that
not.
thing
No, I
for
don't
you.
want you to do that.
Yes, you do.
What? So here's my thing, right? So if we have dinner, and I don't feel like washing the dishes right away, I don't want to leave them in the sink. So would I then just throw them in the dishwasher just to hide them and keep them out of sight, and then go back and wash them, pull them out of the dishwasher and wash them? I think it's a bad idea. I think
Because you can't be trusted. Is that what you're saying?
no, it's just not.
Sounds like you're saying
But
you can't
but
be
here's the
trusted.
thing, right? I have enough to do around here. I have to make the lemonade. I have to make
Yeah, I'm
the
just trying to
water.
save
I have
you
to make
time. I
but
believe
I
it will-
think the dishwasher is a time saving
I
device.
believe it will save you time.
So you're
Doug,
saying
dear.
never use the dishwasher.
Never.
Wash everything by hand.
It might make sense when the kids are here, but in between it doesn't make sense because half the time you have to reach in there and get stuff or like.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'm just
reach in and
saying.
get
I
them.
think it would be a lot easier if you just wash them and put them in the sink to dry and then whatever.
It'd be a lot easier if we use solo cups and paper plates. We just do
That's
that.
what my grandmother used to do. It was
You
so
see, I used to
bad.
be, yeah.
You would go there
big
and you'd have
paper
a
plate
plastic
person.
solo cup with your name on it, and you'd have a paper plate. But the paper plate was in like a wicker thing.
Yeah, and
And
the
then
wicker
my
support
other grandmother
system.
did that. No, actually, we always had the little plastic Tupperware plates. We never had paper plates. As I got older, maybe paper plates every once in a while. But go get a paper plate. Go get a paper.
You know, I just remember we used to have those plastic ones that were like a paper plate, only they were plastic. The red, the blue,
Yeah,
those
we
ones. Those
used
are
to-
good.
Yeah, we probably got 9 kinds of cancer and lead poisoning. from
Ah,
those.
you kidding?
Oh, look at this. Our
Ooh.
own personal. Oh God, it's that guy from up the street.
It's the guy from up
He's
the
always
street.
working on that thing, and it makes
Working
so
on
much
it.
fucking noise. What else?
What else? Believe we had a song of the day. Did we have not a song of the day?
So we
I had
did have a
mentioned-
song of the day yesterday. So then I asked everybody if they liked or hated the song "Follow Me" by Uncle Kracker.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I like other Uncle Kracker songs, but I'm not a big fan of that one.
Okay, well, I like it, and Todd Alvey likes it, and that's all that matters.
So it's 2-1. You're saying, like, I mean, it's okay. I think it's a
Todd
little,
also knows the cheat
but
code.
whatever.
He seems to remember more readily than you do, actually.
Well, maybe he can come down here and wash the goddamn dishes. You want you yeah.
I don't think Todd Alvey will wash the dishes, but he might fix the rear main seal on the Jeep.
Oh, I found
I can find us like anyone to do the dishes.
There was a posting.
I get little Sophie up the street to do the dishes.
I get a
Hell,
little
Macy can do them.
There was a thing on my feed today that, because you guys were talking about Jeeps, there's a guy up in Tampa that will rebuild your Jeep engine. That's all he does, just rebuilds Jeep engine, throws them back in, sends you on your way.
Jeep engines. What else?
Geez, I thought you'd be more excited about the guy that rebuilds Jeep engines in Tampa.
Who rebuilds Jeep engines?
Some guy up in Tampa. That's all he does. He's the Jeep repairman. I don't know.
Well,
but our engine had a bad rear main seal, so.
Yeah. Well, we're putting that stuff in. Oh, if you guys I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm always scratching. So that's like a Lyme thing. I may also have what's the one with the strings that come out of you?
The mange.
No, I think it might be Morgellons that they call it. I was supposed to
go
for some fucking
or whatever.
test,
There's always some. You always have some disease.
I have all these things that come out of my skin. It's weird as fuck.
Worms. It's like the Tremors movie.
So what was the point of this?
Oh, you're always scratching.
So I'm always scratching for some reason, and I'm always molting. My skin just comes off in fucking sheets like a snake, and I'm talking like every fucking day. I dry brush. I just use sometimes I wash with vinegar, but for the most part, I'm using always really safe, usually homemade products, that kind of thing. There's something in there on the cabinet that's freaking me out on the top right. Anyway,
right of the cabinet.
So there's it would totally freak me out.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about Morgellons.
Oh,
Morgellons
sounds like coming out of my skin, so I'm always scratching. So what I wanted you guys to do is, if you see me scratching, please know that I do not have crabs or the lice or
saber-tooth
scabies or some sort of
what was the thing today?
Heroin addiction.
Saber-tooth trouser.
In fact, I'm just very itchy. But if you see me, I always forget to oil my scalp, and I had to oil it today, but it's a little late. It's already super dry. So I put apricot oil on my scalp.
It's pronounced apricot.
I
just made that up.
I don't care how you say it. It rose by any other name. We did know your demo. We told them that the new trailer is up and live. You don't see it on the Facebook Live videos until we find a restreaming service. If you know anything about restreaming services, please let us know, because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Go to YouTube, Marital Hate with Doug and Stacy. Subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Same thing, TikTok, yeah. Insta. TikTok is at Marital Hate. Insta is at Marital Hate with Doug and Stacy, all spelled out.
Instagram, by the way.
And then Twitter is at Marital Hate. We will follow you, support you. We'll do whatever we can to help you out. We just ask you to return the favor if you can. And if you tell your friends about us, that would be great. And if we can plug you guys in any way, we're happy to do it.
I believe they call that the reach around in the business. You join our subscription.
So it's 9:22. All right. So, I have some other stuff, but we'll do it another day.
Yeah.
So let's do our gratitude. So I actually wrote mine down so we can just bounce back and forth. Hopefully you can come up with things as quickly as I can spit mine out.
Grateful for some work associates reached out to me. They're going to give my resume directly to an employer that they have clout with.
That's fantastic. I'm also grateful for that. I'm really happy that my friend Christina's business is growing, Vitamin C Chiropractic. I'm really happy for all small business growth. I think we all have to really do everything we can to support small businesses in the United States today. I'm
grateful for my son Wes, who reminds me when the Celtics and Bruins are on, and I was going to miss tonight's game. So now, bless you. So now I am kept on track, and I'm grateful for that. Otherwise, I have to Google stuff.
I'm grateful for the kids
like
for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, my sneezing. Am I supposed to say excuse me? Excuse me when you sneeze?
Sometimes I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what the.
I can remember.
I did.
Okay.
I did say bless you or the German equivalent.
So I would like to say that I am grateful for our pool. I did a ton of swimming today, and it was a good time. Sorry that you missed the titty torpedoes.
Yeah, that was I was on a call. The call didn't happen till late. So
also a good call with
a good call with a recruiter. Very nice. She was from
crazy.
Chicago. Chicagoland. But she had had summers down here in Sanibel, so we talked a lot about Sanibel, and we made like a little connection. So she's putting my profile up to the 12 recruiters in her company. Boom, boom, boom. Before long, but she had some great insights into sort of the job market, things of that nature. She's like, people are taking much less than they're worth just to get a job and things like that. So she goes, they're just hurting everybody by doing that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't have to do that because I want to hold my value.
I accidentally just deleted one, and I forgot. Like I was like, oh, I'll remember this, but I forgot what it was. But I have another one. Wes the rat guy.
We did mention Wes the rat guy. Grateful for Wes the rat. He's just such a good guy.
We're grateful. He was in a bad accident recently. Yeah. He's doing much better.
And he's doing
we really
better.
Appreciate him. And if you happen to be a client, they're having a contest right now, and if Wes the rat guy gets the most Google reviews that are the positive Google reviews, then he gets a little prize. So if you want to plug Wes and you live in Cape Coral and you know about Tony's Pest Control and you want to leave in a little Google review, it would help somebody that has been actually very, very sweet, super nice to us. God?
Is it my turn again?
Yeah.
I am grateful for the Culver's coupon.
Oh, that was on my list for you.
Oh, it was? It was. Yeah, Culver's coupon was definitely a bonus, for sure.
I'm thankful for the music and life of Harry Belafonte.
Oh, absolutely.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the music of many people. I realized recently that music brings me to tears, but look, artwork never does. Artwork, sculptures, whatever, even if I see it in person, it does not bring me to tears. Music.
I cannot watch the opener to the podcast without crying my eyes out.
You love the song Perfectville for whatever reason.
I do love that song, and I love the video. And the part where we're dancing around in front of the patio.
We didn't do that just for
hilarious.
this. That was
else.
all existing footage on our phones.
That's another one we will give a prize for.
They're not going to. That's not. Yeah, that's.
If you could guess what we were dancing to.
No, that's not even a fair contest because I don't even know the name of that song. And I was dancing to it.
I don't either. I'd have to look up the name of the song, but I know what song it was.
Yeah, well, I do too, but that's not really a fair fight.
But you know what?
At least the varsity letter, people can guess, and that's a good idea. So,
I don't know if people can guess the varsity letter. We're like what 20? How many episodes is this? 23? 24.
This is 24. Yeah, 24.
So if it's episode 24, then. I don't even know what to say. We don't know by now. So anyway, what we're mostly thankful for is all of you guys. We're so thankful that you watch
every day,
that you join, that you share, that you tell your friends, that you comment.
We have new people tonight. It's all good.
We have a fuckload of comments too. We have 70 comments today.
Well,
hopefully there hasn't been some sort of like a World War III situation.
Our people are now commingling and like talking amongst themselves, which is fantastic.
That's what we want. So I had a brilliant idea. Not surprisingly, I'm brilliant. We're not always sure how we can
that was yeah. So we always lose the early ones. So I think we need to find a new way to address the contents as they come in. Can you expand the comments right there where it says expand comments down the bottom? See what happens there. See if we can see the older ones.
I believe we can. So I had a brilliant idea. I don't know what it was.
I think that came in about your using government bonds to launder money.
So these only go back
to 15 minutes ago.
Jesus, this makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to have to figure out a way to answer the comments as we go.
Yeah.
Let me just check something. Default comment mode, follow.
But you can see them on the repeat. You can actually have them come up in real time as you rewatch the clip.
Suspended from stream, block keywords. No, why can't I just fucking hear people the whole time? That makes me so mad. So anyway, let's see what we've got. Well, we lost the comments. Where are the comments?
Go to comments, the comments tab right there.
Okay, just saw something.
So
they're willing to give up their rights to go to jail. Yep. Oh my God, Doug, the government wants you dead. Kind of, yes. The government looks at us as useless leaders. Yeah, well, and slaves and robots, they don't really give a shit about us. That's the whole thing. It's gonna get me put in some sort of
Facebook jail.
List. Maybe on another list. I think that she was singing "You Ought to Know" by Alanis Morissette.
Yes, and I'm not exactly sure
Tracy, I would love it if you did a little video of you dancing to that song. We would love that. That would make my day. We could either share it with everybody or not share it with everyone. Actually, if you have like a personal goal, so say you're like trying to do something and like you want to motivate yourself to do it, they say something you can do is like make a bet about it. So like the bet would be like if you don't get your goal of making a like maybe you want to, I don't know, maybe you want to exercise more or something, or maybe you want to I don't know, you want to spend more time in nature, or take more time off from work, or pray more, or whatever it is that you want to do, and you say, okay, if I don't do this by this date, you release this embarrassing thing.
Oh, so you bet yourself. Embarrassment bets are fantastic.
I think so.
Yeah. So.
Good motivators. Problem with me is I'm not easily embarrassed.
You cannot. I hate to be embarrassed. That's my biggest hate.
And nothing embarrasses me.
And nothing
at all. I have no shame. None. Nicole, I apologize. We are terrible. This show should not be watched by anyone. Anne's just to wash the dishes. Just telling you. Anne is actually coming to visit.
Maybe she can wash the goddamn dishes.
Well, I think that we do it. I think that we Tom Sawyer are our house guest, and we have her wash the dishes one night and do the dishwasher the next night and tell us which is faster. We'll type it up. We'll time it.
All right.
That'll be. If you're willing to participate, Anne, I think that's a great way to do it. We have some other ideas too. Anyway,
I think we got to get a helping hands monkey up in here.
We do need a helping hands monkey, and I would go visit Tracy, and it would be her dishwasher.
We'll get two. We'll get a matching set, and we'll send one up.
Because we're gonna have a helping hands monkey for me and a RV, so we can travel, and they have an RV, so we can meet up with them. We can all go camping together.
All right, I'm down with that.
What are you gonna bring to the camping?
Apparently a monkey. I don't know.
I'm bringing a monkey. It's my monkey.
Okay. All right, your monkey.
Is to
what am I bringing?
You.
I'll bring my.
I'll
bring my guitar and I'll play John Denver songs.
With a monkey.
Okay.
Is that why we have marital heat?
Marital heat. No, you're replacing me with a monkey. Then we won't be married anymore, and then we'll have no more heat.
I'm gonna fuck a monkey. Monkeys are not on my list. Dolphins, maybe. Okay. On a day-to-day basis, it's easier to wash them. You don't have to dry them right away. Boom. We only used it when we had company, but with my back pain, it's the one chore that brings me to tears. Oh, you poor thing, sweetie. Yeah, I can't unload the dishwasher. God, I wish Christina was still back home because she is a magician with the chiropractic. I'm so sorry that you're going through that. Yes, Morgellons. Yeah, there's so many diagnoses that have been thrown at me, and we don't really have any answers. We have some, but, not a full picture. I don't know. We just made real. I wish I could raise the counter up. I tried anti-fatigue mats. Shifting my feet on the ledge. Nothing helps. Oh, you poor thing. I wonder if there's shoes that she could get.
The Skechers with the memory foam.
That's interesting. Not everyone that has Lyme has Morgellons, but everyone has Morgellons has Lyme, which is like with every fucking illness. I think Lyme is I think it has a genetic component. I think you have to have a certain gene in order for you to catch it.
And it could be the gene makes it affect you worse, I think is more.
Well, but there's other diseases that are like that are particularly prevalent in certain communities. Like there's sickle cell anemia is particularly prevalent in the black community.
Well, I think it's only prevalent in the black community, right?
Yeah, then there's another one that Jews get. I forget what it's.
The Jews.
No,
the blacks and the Jews.
No, it's
we love them all.
It's a specific. No, we love everybody, but it's just specific to that one community. That was an illness that they used to have to watch for. But that's my point is I think that there's a component like that in Lyme. I believe that there's a viral component. I think you're absolutely right. I believe that there's a genetic component. I think that there's a bioweapon component. So there. And I don't know. Anyway, I'm a conspiracy nut, so you can't go by me. And we're not in charge of anything. This whole thing is a fucking joke. Our lives are a fucking joke. At least mine is. Doug's is wonderful. That looks like a termite. Is that a termite?
No, I don't know what that is. It's a gnat.
We have bugs. Welcome to Florida, kids. Yeah. Even with a pool gate, you still get them. Where are you, Mr. Gecko?
Doesn't matter if we have termites. The
Eat
house
this
is made of concrete.
motherfucker. Yeah, everything's made of concrete except the roof. Sending positive vibes. Thank you. We're sending them back. You poor thing. Tracy, I would highly recommend trying the Biomat. They are pricey, but you can use your FHA or HSA money to pay for it. You can actually get a really good deal on them through Christina, Vitamin C Chiropractic. She's a good friend of mine. I will happily introduce you if you would like. But I find it to be incredibly helpful, especially in New England when you get the like aching inside your bones. No, you're not a big old creepy stalker, and I'm glad that you've watched before because that makes tonight less shocking than usual. I will look at the Biomat. Yeah, don't buy a generic one. We bought a generic one, and it was a $500 mistake. If you, it looks like something you're interested in, you should talk to Christina. And you can use your HSA to pay for it. You're correct in the Jewish having something in their DNA. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but there's one specific ailment that is. Actually, we can just look it up. That's what the internet is for.
It's getting late. Let's not look
it is getting late. We'll say something brilliant while I look it up.
I'm all out of brilliant today. I don't mind telling you. I've been brilliant today, but I'm out of brilliant for tonight. So
there's like a big long list of them. Believe it or not, there's a whole Jewish genetic disease screening is apparently a whole thing. Poor people. That's terrible. Tay-Sachs. That's the one I was thinking of.
Tay-Sachs. I did not know that that was a.
But they also have something called maple syrup urine disease, which actually sounds kind of fun. If you wanted me to pee on you, I would do it because I would have maple syrup pee.
If I had that disease,
I'm so sorry if you have this maple syrup problem.
If I had that disease, I would join some kinky sex thing, and I would call myself Hungry Jack because that's a pancake brand, and I would pee maple syrup, and people would enjoy that. And
so you'd be in porn called Hungry Jack?
Well, no, I don't think you can really convey taste or odor on a video. I think it would have to be a personal like I come over and I pee on you with my maple syrup.
I always want to eat whatever the stupid Pioneer woman makes because you can convey taste and odor.
And of course,
oh my God, all I wanted
Tracy did her anatomy and physiology about the maple syrup urine. What other kind of do they have? A silly string urine would be amazing. That would be fantastic.
I think you're starting to get that as your prostate starts to fail.
But
why didn't you shit in the box yet?
I don't even know where the box is. I don't even know.
I
don't even go to that doctor, so I don't even know where those results would go.
You don't even have a doctor anymore. We're starting to not exist as people.
Yeah,
we should go to sleep though, because I'm really tired.
We should. Thank you guys for watching. And I know it was extra ridiculous tonight. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We had some good banter. Some not good banter, but we did remember Harry Belafonte in our own little tribute. So,
Anne suggested Harbel for the
I think that's
in honor of Harry Belafonte. I do not like Harbel. I'm not going to lie to you, but I do like the idea of naming it in honor of Harry Belafonte.
But he's like the opposite of Harry Belafonte because Harry Belafonte had beautiful dark skin.
He's the ghost of Harry Belafonte when Harry Belafonte, but he's been here for weeks. So he can't be Harry Belafonte. Maybe he could be Calypso. Calypso, that would be
a better name for a lizard. Calypso.
But I think we should give Anne credit because it's Harry Belafonte based.
It is.
Calypso.
It's definitely Harry Belafonte.
So Anne gets the prize because she gave us the idea.
Okay. Well, she gets a free vacation in our home.
Well, no, you're going to do a Photoshop for her.
Okay.
Anne, tell us something you want Photoshopped. Doug will make it for you.
Yeah, I'll put you on Harry Belafonte's body. You'll be Anne Belafonte.
Andrea would be so jealous. I'm gonna get
that's what I'm talking about.
A picture of Anne dancing with Harry Belafonte. That would be the coolest thing in the whole world.
All right, done.
We'll make that happen. Unless you have something else you want.
All right, folks, go to bed. It's a Tuesday night. Just
it's Tracy's idea. Well, they can both be with Harry Belafonte.
Oh, there you go.
I bet he'd take on two nice
Not now,
ladies.
not anymore.
Not anymore. Well,
2 days ago, maybe.
In his heyday, I'll tell you this.
Gone out swinging.
Jim at Ding Darling was ready to swing.
The dude's 80.
88.
I would hope that I can keep up with an 88-year-old.
You could not.
Wow.
I love you.
Good night, guys. There you go. I'm gonna go put her in bed.
Tired.
See you guys. See you
No
tomorrow.
puking, though.
No
Yeah, wait.
puking. No
Don't-
puking.
Don't push the button yet because it cuts us off.
I'm not gonna hit the button because there's a lag.
You're a lag.
You're a
That was
nice,
a good one, I
nice
think.